All right, what up, what up? What's going on? What's popping? What's the deal? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? What's good? We got Whiskey the Don in the building, Sean the Goat, Theo C, XXX the Husky was popping, Scott Moore was good, Dark Nedge 190, building self, what up? James Eternal, what's going on? What's the deal? Man, Trill Max was good. Slime Peso in the building. Master Finesse. What up, y'all? So, before I get into anything, I just want to remind you guys, because I talked about this on my other videos earlier. You probably see them already. But I have live streams on Patreon now, too. So, during the week, either Mondays or Wednesdays or Tuesdays and Thursdays, whatever, I'm going to be doing Patreon live joints on Patreon. So some of y'all might have seen the clips already. So if you want to watch those live streams, make sure you join the Patreon because them shits is going to be heavy. So you go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. So let me put that in there. What up, Jermaine Jones is popping. Create Noise, what up? Patreon.com. All right. Man, you said it's Royal Flyness Lover. I haven't spoke to Royal Flyness in a minute. I gotta see what was popping with him. But yeah, so make sure you guys go to the Patreon so you can check out the Bad Boy Show, check out the new live streams, and all the other exclusive joints I'm gonna be putting on there. You feel what I'm saying? So the shit gonna be fire. Also, as usual, make sure you guys get this book, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, ebook, hard copy, audio book. Make sure you go to MrLocario.com to get your copy today, okay? Make sure you guys get that book. And last but not least, make sure you guys get the Submissive Women Are Sexy t-shirts. Get that shit, click the link below this video to get a copy. I said a copy. Get, one of these shirts. You feel what I'm saying? So, today I wanted to talk about, the number one reason why dudes are going to continue to be sexually frustrated. You feel what I'm saying? Dudes out here, they're going to continue to be sexually frustrated because dudes are sexually frustrated out here. You understand? And shit is getting worse. It's getting worse. So we already know we got the incels that's sexually frustrated. We got the MGTOWs who are sexually frustrated, most of them. And we just got guys out here in general who are just sexually frustrated. You understand? Jermaine, you said, are women only attracted to guys that's sexually active? Not necessarily. I mean, if you're out here fucking with a whole bunch of chicks, more women will be attracted to you. But you don't necessarily have to be like fucking a whole bunch of chicks, whatever. But yeah, the thing is, there's a lot of guys who are out here who are sexually frustrated, right? And so I want to talk about the number one reason why. And if you understand what I'm talking about and take heed to what I'm talking about and take it seriously, you'll actually get shit popping out here. You actually start getting more women. You have more sex. Everything will fall into place. But you got to be real with this shit. You understand? So the number one reason why men will continue, right? Continue, because dudes already like that. The number one reason why guys will continue to be sexually frustrated is because they keep waiting for shit to happen to them. Okay? I'm going to say it again. The number one reason why guys are sexually frustrated and will continue to be sexually frustrated is because they keep waiting for things to happen. You understand? And when I say they're waiting for things to happen, they're waiting for women to chase them. They're waiting for women to come to them. You understand? Waiting around for that is not going to help you. They're waiting for choosing signals. You understand what I'm saying? Waiting is going to keep you sexually frustrated. You understand? And so what I see a lot on YouTube is you have a lot of people talking about, oh, just, wait for her to choose and wait for this and wait for that. That's not going to fucking work. You understand? Or what guys will do is they'll do a lot of work around the pussy. You feel what I'm saying? They'll do a lot of work around the pussy, meaning they'll say, well, I'm going to work hard on getting this money, and then I'll wait for the chicks to chase me because I got the money. No. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to wait until I get, these fancy clothes and this car, and then the chicks will come to me. Listen, I've talked about this before. The women are not coming to you. You understand? The women are not coming to you. And when I say that, what I mean is I don't mean that, you might not have a chick here and there that's going to check you out, that's going to be throwing you choosing signals. That will happen once in a blue. But what I'm talking about consistently. See, when I'm talking consistently. So when dudes are talking about, just get money and be on your purpose and chicks is going to come after you and just wait around for that to happen, that's not going to happen. If that was the case, none of y'all would be watching me or any other coach. You understand what I'm saying? Why would any other person teaching you how to attract women need to teach you how to attract women when all you got to do is just wait around for them to choose you? Right? Just get your money up and chill the fuck out and wait for them to come chase you, right? So this is what I'm saying, where they're not going to come. You understand? Y'all been listening to that if you build it, they will come bullshit. It don't work that way. It don't work that way in business, and it don't work that way when it comes to attracting women. You have to be active in this shit. And so what I mean is this. You'll have a woman check you out. You might even have a woman trying to chase you, right? But that's very far and few in between. You understand this? It doesn't happen consistently for 99% of guys. Right? So a dude is talking about, well, I'm waiting for the choosing signal, right? So let's say you get one girl a week choosing you. That's 4 girls a month, right? Now, you may be the type of guy that's like, look, I don't really need a bunch of girls. I just want to fuck with one chick, bad chick that I can fuck with. Cool, okay. Out of those 4 girls, are any of them chicks bad? Are any of them chicks hot? Right? Let's say one of the girls is hot. Is that one girl, do y'all click? Do y'all connect? Is she cooperative? So you're only working with 4 girls who might fuck with you. You understand? Because, just because they choosing up on you doesn't mean that it's going to continue or go down a path of, shit flowing in the direction it needs to flow. You know what I'm saying? What up, Taj? Was popping, bro? You said, do I have a time for a game session? Well, I don't have time today. Just email me, book a session, email me, and we can set something up. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing that I want you guys to understand. If you're waiting around for shit to happen, you're going to be sexually frustrated. Period. You understand? I'm going to take calls in a second. Hold on. But you're going to be sexually frustrated. Like the last 2 days, I was out, in the city, going to events, going to clubs, bars, whatever, right? And yesterday I was chilling with this dude I met. He was another dating coach, and we were just kicking it, hanging out. We went to this rooftop bar, and we just out there interacting with these women. You understand? And it's funny because I was looking around and I saw some dudes, they standing there, they looking at the girls, but they not saying shit. They scared to approach, they scared to talk to women. You understand? And so me and him, we actually making shit happen. We moving and shaking, we interacting with the women. While I'm peeping the other guys just standing around waiting. You understand? Waiting. Because at the end of the day, you still got to approach the women. Even if a girl's choosing you, sending you choosing signals, you still got to approach. Right? You still got to talk. You still got to interact with them. Because even if a woman is, let's say, physically attracted to you, she's checking you out, most of the time she's not going to approach you. Most of the time she's going to do very passive things to sort of get in your vicinity for you to try to approach her. You understand? Most times they're not going to do it because they're intimidated. So you still have to put in the work. So sitting there waiting or having this illusion that you can just get your money up to a certain place or get a nice house or get a car or get a nice watch or some shit, that's going to make everything just fall into place. You're going to lose. I'm trying to tell you guys this. I need to wake the fuck up. You understand? See, a lot of guys, that watch this content or are trying to learn these things, they're trying to find ways to avoid rejection, ways to avoid having to put in the work. They want tricks and gimmicks and tips that they can, throw shit on. But, it's not going to work. And all that's going to happen is you're going to continue to be sexually frustrated. You understand what I'm saying? What up, Mike? Was popping? Like, you're going to continue to be sexually frustrated. Chaz, you said on the news, they said economically unattractive men are the blame for low marriage rates. Nah, that's some bullshit. I think Ellen Roger Curry was talking about that on one of his videos too. I think he had a whole video talking about that shit. Shout out to Ellen Roger Curry. But yeah, dudes, I'm telling you, a lot of guys on the internet are living in an illusion, sitting here thinking, well, I'm going to just get chose and that's it. And I'm just chilling. You're not. Listen, you're not. I'm trying to be so real with y'all. Y'all cannot sit back and wait for shit to happen. If it does happen, it happens in small increments. It's like, listen, that's like me. Okay, imagine this. Let's just, keep the shit simple so you can understand this shit. Imagine, if y'all notice, right? When I come on here, right? When I come on here, I'll put the book up. I say, yo, go to MrLocario.com, get the book. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I've sold a shit ton of these fucking books over the years. You understand what I'm saying? Now, this is the equivalent of me cold approaching. Like, yo, buy this shit. This shit is dope. This shit is hot. This is my shit right here, right? This shit is going to help you out. Now, imagine, right? I just created MrLocario.com. I never put out a video. I don't tell nobody about nothing. I never mentioned the book. How many books you think I was going to sell? Just because I put it out there, I'm just waiting to get chose by the audience and the customer. Right? How am I going to be selling these books? Brad Davies said, but Locario constantly approaching girls in the club will gas their heads up. So the fuck what? Why y'all concerned about a chick having her head gassed up? Why do you care that a chick has her head gassed up? No, seriously, I want to know, like, why do y'all care about a chick having her head gassed up? Seriously, I want to know in the comments. I really want to know, why is that an issue for you? You understand? Why is that an issue? Because what should be going on in your mind is this. If I'm talking to a woman, right? And I'm interacting with her, I'm giving her a chance to fuck with me. You understand that? I'm giving her the opportunity to fuck with me. Right? So, it's not about her being gassed up. It's about her taking advantage of the opportunity. You said they're narcissistic. Is that what you're saying? Right? So you're saying, oh, they're narcissistic, they're this and they're that. When a chick is interested in you, she's not worried about her head gassed up. She's worried about getting in on the situation. Right? So if you're worried about a chick being gassed up, then you're focusing on the wrong shit. You understand what I'm saying? You're focusing on the wrong shit. And on top of that, you're basically telling yourself you have no value. Because if you're thinking that a woman is using you to gas her own head up, that means that you serve no purpose to her, or that you have no value in her eyes. Right? But if you had value in her, if I came to you and I said, listen, man, I got a suitcase filled with $10 million or some shit, and I have to give this suitcase out every month to somebody, and I just want to give it to you, man. You seem like a cool person. Are you thinking about your head being gassed up, or are you happy to get the opportunity to get $10 million? You understand? You're not thinking about being gassed up. You're thinking about, shit, I got fucking $10 million. This is fucking great. Right? A girl who actually is interested in talking to you and wants to engage with you is not thinking about her head being gassed up. And if you're worried about her head being gassed up, that means that you think that you're not valuable. You understand? All these dudes talking about, oh, but, you know, you can't say this or do this to a woman because she's going to get a, you know, you're going to be, validating her and gassing her head up and all that other shit. That's insecure man thinking. You understand? That's insecure man thinking. You see what I mean? And so the thing is, look, a lot of dudes, man, y'all have to immerse yourself in this shit so you can really see what's going on out here. So you can really see. You see what I'm saying? Don't worry about no chick fucking head being gassed up. Fuck all that shit. Let her head be gassed up. If that's gonna be the case. Right? Because if her head is all gassed up, that just ain't the chick that you should be fucking with. You feel what I'm saying? You just keep that shit pushing. Don't worry about none of that shit. Worrying about that shit is a waste of time. You're taking time out, to stop yourself from making moves because you're worried about her being gassed up. But you worried about her being gassed up is in direct correlation with how valuable you see yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Smith Freezy said, your classmate is bad. How do you get at her? Holler at her, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop making this shit more complicated than it needs to be, bro. You need to stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. You feel what I'm saying? But I was saying that the number one thing that's gonna keep dudes sexually frustrated is waiting around for this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop waiting around for this shit. I'm gonna take calls in like 5 minutes. You gotta stop waiting around for shit to happen to you. You have to make shit happen. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta make shit happen. And on top of that, you gotta understand. What up, Kelly Moore? Yeah, I just went live like 15 minutes ago, bro. You got in early. What up, Joe Blast? Was popping, bro. So, the thing is, a lot of dudes gonna be sexually frustrated because they're stopping themselves from doing shit. They're like, well, once I get my money up, then I'll do it. Right? Once I hit the gym, then I'll do it. Right? And dudes is always like, oh, well, it's going to be, easier when I get all these things. Now, let me tell you what's going to make shit easier for you guys as far as, like, getting these women on some sexual shit. One, if you work on your body, right, that'll make it easier. If you work on your mouthpiece, that'll make it easier. If you work on your confidence, that'll make it easier. You understand? But you shouldn't be waiting to say, well, once I get my body a certain way, then I'll do it. Or once I get my confidence up, then I'll do it. Or once I get my mouthpiece crisp, then I'll do it. No, don't wait for that shit. Work on it while you're doing what you do. Because what's going to happen is you're going to always be waiting for this mythical time to start, which you're never going to start. You understand? You're going to be like, oh, you're going to be in a gym, but you're going to be like, damn, well, I got to wait till I get the six-pack right, then I'll talk to the girls. No, do the shit now while you're still in the gym. You understand? Dude's like, well, I got to wait till I get my mouthpiece a little crisper. No. How you think you're going to get your mouthpiece crisp? Talk to the women. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I'm saying. Like, dudes got to really, really, stop with the bullshit, man. You got to stop with the nonsense. All right, let me put the number out there so if you guys want to call in. Number 646-481-3901. Like, I don't understand what's up with dudes nowadays, truthfully. Oh, why does this shit look like it's moving slow as fuck? Alright. Hold on. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
The good life. Yo, I want to tell you this. If I ever get famous, I'm definitely going to promote you for free.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. It's like, man, we're at a point in society where stupidity. So hold on a second.
Go ahead. What you saying?
Stupidity. Yeah, we're at a point in society where stupidity is just like really going the extra mile. I'm getting a little political, but I'm talking about like feminism and all that, and like, and guys being scared to like talk to women because of the Me Too movement. So you're a sign of hope. I just want to say that.
Well, say that again.
You are a sign of hope for society.
Oh, I appreciate that. I hope so.
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on what you said a while ago. You said if someone was to offer $10 million, would you take it or something else? I mean, honestly, if somebody offered me $10 million, I'll be skeptical about it. And I know you're referencing to certain women out there feeling like gassed up and everything. But if somebody offered me $10 million, I'd be like, all right, what's the catch? What do I have to do? What would I think back? Now, I'm not sure how you tie that up to like the women who's getting gassed. But the thing is, the compliments that you give women, I think sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And I think like it's adjusting to the situation. Am I making any sense? Is that like kind of along the lines of
right? Now I see what you're saying. Well, the thing is, because like you said, if someone offered you $10 million, you'd be skeptical, but you wouldn't necessarily not want it though. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the difference between being skeptical and the difference between being disinterested. So a lot of times the dudes be like, oh, you're gonna gas these women's heads up. A woman is only gonna get her head gassed if she's not interested, because she's using your energy to build herself up. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you're
Where
saying you have to get her interested, or she just already has to be interested?
no, what I'm saying is a lot of times guys will say, "Well, I don't want to approach a girl because I don't want to gas her head up." But see, that's coming from a place where guys have been consistently getting negative responses from women. And so what happens is they're like, well, I'm gonna just wait for a sign before I go and approach her, so I don't gas her head up. But what I'm saying is that if you're the type of guy who, when you interact with women, they're excited, they're intrigued, they're feeling some type of like positive emotion from dealing with you, right? The gassing of their head will not be in, it won't happen. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because she actually cares about interacting with you in a situation. But again, that first comes from you having that type of energy within yourself first. That's what I'm saying. A lot of dudes approach women
Okay.
with this scared energy, like, oh well, I don't want to gas her, or she's not gonna like me, or she's gonna act stink, or like a bit. They got that type of energy. You see what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Um, what I think, because I see a lot of guys who try to approach and everything, I think a big problem is they don't have basic social skills.
Right.
Like, so they go into these groups and they have, and one big thing about social skills is knowing how you come across.
Right.
And I think a lot of dating coaches are not strengthening that, and I think some guys need to have that. Bef- I don't know if they need it before going out in the field and approaching,
Right.
or doing it at the same time. But I feel like they don't really get social dynamics, and like there's this guy who does rejection therapy. So you just go up to. So the objective is to be getting used to rejection and not being afraid of approaching people in general.
Right.
And there was like 2 girls in a group and about 5 guys. And one of the guys was like, "Yeah, I want to get better and communicate because I need a girlfriend. I gotta get a girlfriend." And like this was bad on so many levels because
Right.
it's like now this girl is not going to let you into her circle because you just demonstrated how desperate you are.
Right.
And you come across as you lost a lot of social intelligence. And the thing is, like, this guy, he's going out there and he's approaching some females, but it's like he's not, his group dynamics is just not there.
Right.
Like, people, your social circle is not going to increase if people don't feel like you are going to act right within their own social circle.
Right.
So my whole message is, I think we kind of need to stress basic social skills, like when they storytelling, body language, smiling, not smiling, how you dress, grooming, greeting, knowing social cues. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I feel like that should kind of be like addressed more. That's pretty much it.
Well, yeah, I agree with you because what guys have to understand too is part of what makes you attract women in the first place is knowing how to read these situations correctly. And it's not anything that's hard. It's just a lot of it. Like, I don't like to say it's common sense, but what I'm saying is that you have to go out there and interact with people and be in situations more to sort of get the sort of sixth sense of what's actually happening in the situation. So, for example, like I'll even give a simple example like this, where I have people come on my page and they'll write a comment to me, and I'm like, why would you write that comment? You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna delete this shit. But I'm like, what would make you think that this comment would, like, for example, somebody wrote on my page, they said, "Yo, Locario, you should check out this other guy's YouTube because he seems to have a better understanding of women than you, and I think you could learn more from him," right? So I'm like,
Wow.
dude, do you realize you just dissed me? You feel what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So, like, imagine he's trying to talk to a girl and he's doing stupid shit like that. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't even realize that he's saying stupid fucking shit. You see what I mean? So like, you see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Dudes don't got the intelligence to realize, maybe that's not the right thing to say at, in this, like, what he could have said was, hey, Locario, there's this other guy, he, check out his channel, let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he has a different point of view.
right, exactly. Like, hey, he has, check out, what he's saying, let me know what you think about him. Cool. But don't come on there and say, hey, look, you're not that good. This other guy's better than you, so you should check him out. And I'm gonna leave this comment on your page so everyone else can see this. Like, are you an idiot? You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. Where even that translates to when guys are trying to talk to women. You may be doing shit like that you don't even realize that you're fucking up doing, which is why you're not getting shit popping. And like you said, it's just common social skills, knowing how and when and where to say certain things and do certain things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I really think guys in general are like socially behind. But I want to touch on what you just said. You said it's not that hard. Well, it could be hard. You might disagree with this. It could be a hard thing because the thing is, like, in their process of learning, they have to outdo a habit they've probably been doing for years.
Right.
So, this is one guy, he wants to get better in women, and I clearly see his first problem. He reacts in such a way as if he's really impatient, so he flexes his teeth and whatever. But really, when I talked to him and he explained to me, there's something else going in his own head, which he is reacting to and is not present. Right. I was like, okay, fine. But I tell you this much, no matter what it is, it will be your Achilles heel if you don't work on it. Now, this guy, he's in his 30s, right? Like in his late 30s. So he said he's been doing it as far as he can remember. So it's going to be so hard, he's going to think that he can't undo it, but he can't. It's just going to probably take some years of him consistently doing it. Because it's a habit that is really holding him back socially. And a lot of people got habits like talking too loud or talking too low or standing too close or debating too much. So that's a common thing. I see people like they debate too much, and it's too hard for them to like not initiate some level of debate or realize they're in a debate. And these things could take some years of undoing because it's like you got to get out there, you got to just socialize, and like you're gonna fall. It could take some time, but the thing is, what they really need is for you to be next to them so they could see, so you could see and point out to them.
Right. No, I agree. I agree, but this is why dudes need coaching. I be trying to tell cats, I'm like, listen, sometimes what's going to happen is you're going to need a coach, because even with myself, when I as far as business is concerned, right, I have coaches who are business coaches, you know what I'm saying, that I got information from to upgrade the business. You see what I mean? So it's the same thing with dealing with women. But you see, the problem is, again, a lot of these guys, as well as talking about the topic of the show, a lot of these guys think they could just sit back and chill, and then things are going to come to them. Because unfortunately, this is the unfortunate, fucked up part about this situation. You have a lot of people on YouTube who cater to men who are losers. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I don't like that shit. Like, there's so many dudes who got channels who cater to men who are losers, meaning they cater to them to not improving themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They cater to them, just being on some loser shit. And I'm just like, that's fucking stupid. You feel what I'm saying? And so, unfortunately, a lot of those guys, they don't want to actually put in any work because they feel like, well, I don't want to put in any work. It don't make no sense to put in any work. So they want to just indulge and feel good about being a loser. You see what I'm saying? And so those guys are sitting around waiting around thinking they could get around the game. They're like, well, if I get enough money, if I get some plastic surgery, if I get this or if I get that, that's going to make everything fine. And I'm like, you don't even have basic social skills. You're not confident. You don't know what you're doing. And then you're going to be just lost in the sauce. So I'm just like, and then they're going to come back to people like me later on when they could have just did the shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. because they're waiting to have 1 million followers on Instagram,
Right.
and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But the reality of it is like they're more than likely never going to get that. Mm. And also, it's like even if you were rich, there are people who are financially well off, and I'm not even talking, and they have really bad social skills. There's this one guy, you probably look it up and find it somehow. He was single for 15 years, but he wasn't an ugly-looking guy. I think he was in his late 40s, and he had a career job. He had a nice car, and he was just so frustrated that he went inside a gym and he killed the women that was in the gym.
I think you're talking about I think you're talking about George Sardini. I think that was his name, the guy. I remember that shit. Dude. Yeah, I remember that shit, and that's what I'm saying. See, this is the type of shit that ends up happening when motherfuckers be on some sexually frustrated shit. You feel what I'm saying? Now, to be fair, some of them got mental issues too. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the sexual frustration is part of what gets it to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because their ego also is affected in that situation because they feel like, well, I deserve all these things from women or all that, but they don't again, motherfuckers don't want to put in any work, but they expect or they think they deserve everything under the sun. And I'm like, that's not what's going to happen. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, bro. I got to get a few more of these because I see people calling in. You feel me?
No problem.
All right, bro. I'm hollering at you, man. All right, be safe. Peace. All right. But yeah, man, a lot of these motherfuckers, I swear, yo, like, dudes just want everything to just to happen. I'm like, nah. I'm like, it ain't gonna go down that way. Let me see who else this is. Hold on. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, what's good, Mr. Locario? This is Sean from Vegas.
What up, bro? What's going on?
What's up, man? How's it going?
Chilling. I'm good. What's good with you?
Man? Hey, quick question. I'm not going to be on too long. So I set up this date for this girl to come see me. And she was like, I don't know yet because I got to go get my tattoo on Saturday night tomorrow. And I told her yesterday to let me know before 5 p.m. And if she goes past that time, just cut her off. Or if she hits me up after that time, just rearrange something for a different day.
Yeah, so you said that you when y'all supposed to go on a date?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, you told
Saturday.
And you told her to hit you up by 5:00 today.
5:00 tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay. And is this the first date?
No, I've been smashing this girl for 4 months.
Okay, so you've been smashing her for. Has she flaked before?
One time she has.
All right. So, since you've been smashing this chick, and she's flaked one other time before, right?
Yep.
All right. So, what I would do is, at this point, she should basically be demoted. But I would say, and how many times do you see this girl? Like in the past 4 months? Like, what's the I see each other every week? Like, what's going on?
Once every week.
Okay, so damn. So you haven't seen each other once every week, and so she flaked one time before, and now now if she flakes again, you're asking what you should do.
Yeah.
Right. So now, what I would say, and this is a tricky situation because if a chick has been sort of fucking with you for a while, you know what I'm saying? You want to give her that one time to flake. You feel what I'm saying? Now, what you should have did was when she
has a kid, by the way.
Wait, say it again.
I said she has a child, by the way.
Oh, she has a kid too. Okay, damn. So what I would say for you to do is, I would say that you just need to demote her. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, if you're seeing her all of this time, like once a week or whatever, if she flakes this time, right? Yeah. I would basically charge to the game generally. But if you want to still keep her around, what you can do is demote her. So that means is that instead of seeing her every week, you see her maybe once every 3 weeks or some shit. You understand? And so what's going to happen is at a certain point, she's going to be like, damn, how come we don't see each other that much? Be like, well, listen, the last time we was chilling, you flaked. I ain't really fucking with that. So if you want to get back to us seeing each other more, that shit can't happen like that anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what you got to do. You see what I mean? So yeah. So just basically at this point, demote her. Like you should have demoted her the first time she flaked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I did kind of like in my own way because we were supposed to go to the movies and I was like, nah, I ain't doing it no more. You gonna have to catch me on a different day.
Right, but what I'm saying is that when you demote a chick, it needs to be a consistent demotion until she shows or she brings it up so that you can let her know that she has to switch her shit up. You see what I'm saying? Because she's supposed to. Because the thing is, she has to feel the demotion, meaning that let's say you're seeing her every week, and then you don't even need to tell her, "Hey, I'm demoting you." You just say, she says, "Oh, what's up for next week?" "Oh no, listen, I'll see you like in the next 2 weeks." You feel what I'm saying? Then you see her the next 2 weeks, and you'll be like, "All right, I'll see you like a few weeks later or whatever." And then she's gonna feel it like, "Damn, like what's going on?" Then you like, "Look, last time you flaked. I don't really like that flaking shit. I usually spend my time with women who don't flake. So if you're gonna keep flaking, we gonna have to end this, or we gonna keep it like this. But if you want to keep seeing me every week like we was, you got to stop that flaky shit." And the reason why you don't say anything until she brings it up is because that's how she connects it. You know what I'm saying? That's where she gets the connection of, oh shit, I can't do this if I want this type of treatment from him. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right?
All right, man. Appreciate
All right,
it.
man.
Have a good one, man.
All right, mahalo. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you could just demote the chicks. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what's popping in the chat? All right, hold on. Let me see this. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Locario was good. It's Miguel from Houston.
What up, bro?
It's good, man. Just enjoying this Friday.
What's up?
So I got a question. And my question is, I come across a chick, I met her on Bumble.
Mm-hmm.
Had a little FaceTime Bumble date or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool. And so we basically kind of got to the point of, what's, who's looking for what. Essentially, I told her I was kind of open to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she said that was kind of what she was exactly looking for. And so, on this side of the game, we don't give up relationships that easy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with that said, I'm looking to structure it in a way where, in a year, year down or a year and a half ish, like that could be a possibility.
Mm.
But just off of like talking with the chick, like I do like her, like in terms of what she got going on, and the aesthetics of it. I'm at a point now, man, where like I'm tired of kind of going out, smashing them, doing that. I'm trying to get like more use out of the game now. You know what I mean? Like, and so she's a chick that essentially offers a lot more than one night or just. Like I'm even tired of having fuck buddies at times. You know what I'm saying? Like, just they ain't got nothing else to offer, but what I'm saying, a nut or like I'm even kind of tired of that just because I'm getting a lot busier now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's kind of what do you got to say about that in terms of properly structuring? Your shit going forward.
Right.
Because what I'm interested in is I'm interested in the situation where like, she's told me kind of like what her ideal guy is, right? And I've told her what my ideal, or let's say preference, right? Not that I'm not open to anything else, but I kind of just laid it out there. So, I'm kind of getting my life together, and I'm just like, I wanted it to be a situation where like, we can. She could be my main, But if at any point something else comes along and she wants to go explore that, or she's traveling, like, she got free reign to do whatever it is she wants, you know what I'm saying? Like, and vice versa. So it's kind of like a exclusive, open-ish type of thing, but not quite a relationship. I don't know if you kind of get what I'm trying to say.
Right. Well, this is what I would say though. See, the thing is, you still, even when you're like let's say, because I know that happens sometimes. You meet a chick. You like her or whatever, she seems cool and all that, but you still gotta put her through the ringer though. You feel what I'm saying? You still got to put it through the test. You still gotta give her time to prove herself, because all that stuff you talking doesn't really matter now. Like she has to still show improve. You feel what I'm saying? On a consistent, like consistently. So she could still do what she want. You could still do what you want, but she has to on a consistent basis. Because like you said you're trying to like change your life and you're trying to do certain things. So based off of what are you trying to do specifically?
Well, I mean, for me, I'm just a little bit more focused on like my career, and you know, I don't really want to be taking a chick out to like Ruth Chris, you know, every 2 weeks, or you know what I'm saying, like. Or I'm not looking to like book a trip with a chick and kind of do that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And that's what I'm saying. And see, that's what I'm saying. So when you fucking with her, be like, listen, I'm focused on my career. So when we kick it, we just gonna kick it at the crib, or we gonna kick it at your crib. We gonna eat in. You know what I'm saying? And so if she's cool with that and she's consistent with that, then that's showing you, okay, I'm seeing she's consistent and cool with this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you're able to consistently do that over time with her, and that's going to show you. So it's all really about showing and proving at this point. So a lot of it is really just, look, you don't even got to necessarily think about her and you specifically in that manner. It's more so, is she going to prove to you that she would be that type of woman? You understand? And so that's all you need to focus on now, because right now, you know, she's talking all that stuff and you're thinking all these things, but it doesn't really mean much until it's being shown and proved. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because she can talk all this shit all she wants, like, oh, you know, and she could present to you this type of woman or however she's presenting, but is she going to be consistent with it? That's literally, like, for example, let me give you an example of what happened with me and my girlfriend, right? When me and my girlfriend first got together, like, we was just fucking around, right? Like, she wasn't my girlfriend yet, right? But what happened was she was living with her ex at the time, so we couldn't go to her house. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm living with my wife, and me and my wife don't bring nobody to the crib. You understand what I'm saying? So what happened was, me and my girl, you know, at the time she was just a girl I'm dating, we had to go to hotels. You understand? So I saw her every week, and every week we would take turns paying for the hotel. And so we would go to a hotel every week for about a year and a half straight. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
And so she stuck it out with me, paid for hotels for a year, almost a year and a half, you know, fucking with me. So that's what I'm saying, where how consistent is she? You see what I mean?
Right.
And then if she's showing
go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if she's showing the consistency, and that's just a simple thing, like this other stuff that she was consistent with, but I'm just saying that shows you, like, is she in there for the long haul to be consistent with it and to fuck with you on that level. Once you find that out, then it's like, okay, we could talk about all that other shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. So it's a matter of me structuring the program, laying it out.
Right.
And then, you know, just having her be consistent with it.
Right. That's what it is. And then once you see that, then you be like, okay, then we could talk about, you know, some us being together type shit. And the thing is this, while you're doing that with her, if you find another girl you feel that way to, also do that with her at the same time. And may the best chick win. You feel what I'm saying? And that's it.
For sure.
That's what it is. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt. And then I got one more thing that I gotta kind of share with you.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
In terms of like my game, you know, opening a chick, approaching a chick, you know, that's easy. Like, man, Locario, I could be in an Uber. I'll see a chick walking. I'll tell this dude to pull over. You know, I'll slide out, shoot my shot, and then hop back in and we keep moving, right?
Right.
But sometimes, as far as like the middle game, you know, so there's the beginning where you shoot your shot, you get the number, the middle game where you holler at her and you know what I'm saying, your macking, and then there's the close, right? Middle game for me is kind of the, I would say the weakest, if weak at all, the weakest part of my game. Because there'll be chicks that'll be like in the middle, right? So essentially, like their approaches, they come to the date or to come like chill with me. You know what I'm saying? Open, you know, for something to happen. But it's not always like they show that, you know, enthusiasm. You know what I mean? Like that energy. So in that situation, I find that I have to kind of like cultivate it within myself, aka just be even more confident than normal.
Right.
And that's kind of where I struggle at, you know what I'm saying, at times, because, you know, it essentially seems like the girl doesn't like you, you know what I mean? And there's certain times where, you know, some of the things that you were referring to earlier, where guys say things that they don't even know that they're offending the other person, do. I've had chicks do that to me. So, like, showing up, she's saying some goofy shit, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I later find out like the chick actually liked me. You know what I mean? But anyways, it goes back to that middle game. You know what I'm saying, in terms of how to, like, you know, just kind of like steer it home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Well, the thing is,
like, you gotta, like,
well, the thing is, sometimes, what happens is that, one, there's always going to be women that you're not really compatible with, though. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter what you do, it just ain't gonna work. You understand? Like, I've been on dates where, or hung out with chicks, even it wouldn't even be a date, it'd just be a chick I'm talking to at the bar or whatever, and she, you know, is giving one word answers. She's kind of like whatever. You understand? Like, she not really feeling it, and then I'm like, all right, I'm done. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Then there's some women who are just nervous on the date, so they, you know, they just kind of like, you know, a little bit like off. But then if you're able to like pick it up and keep it going, it could get somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And then you have just chicks who actually just got issues and problems, and there ain't really nothing you can do about that. You feel what I'm saying? And then you just sort of call it a day with them. You know what I mean? So, but usually,
I've definitely noticed that.
Right, but usually what'll happen is, in most cases, you know, most chicks will be a little bit more normal, and it's just more so if y'all click or not. You understand what I'm saying? And then just focus more on those chicks, because it really, like, if the girl's out with you on a date, a lot of times it shouldn't necessarily be too much extra you have to do. It's just more so maintaining the vibe and the energy in the situation and making it like flow. You understand, from one point to the next. But if it's like a lot of you know, like pulling teeth, or it seems kind of like awkward all the time for the whole time, then it's just like, this shit just ain't really working. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. You know what I mean?
I feel you. Okay.
So yeah, so don't worry too much about that. It's just more so like, figure out, you just see the ones who it flows with, and you roll with them. The ones who it ain't, just sort of like, you can even cut it off like in the middle of the date and be like, listen, you know, this kind of seemed like it ain't really going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So we could just like kind of end this and just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I got one last quick one. Right. What's your take on using FaceTime to kind of get all the like small talk out of the way before, like, you know, your first kind of like encounter or meet up with a chick?
I only say use FaceTime if you're trying to get them to come to your spot. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna go on a date with a girl, you don't need to do FaceTime. FaceTime is for if you're talking to a girl on Tinder, you hit her up, FaceTime, hey, come through tonight. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or come through tomorrow, you know, evening, or whatever it is. So if you're gonna actually go on a date, you don't need to FaceTime the girl to actually go, because FaceTime is like the date. You feel what I'm saying? And and that's it. You see what I mean? So then just tell her, hey, come to the crib right now, and that's it. And you keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, no, I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let me know when you back in New York, bro. You feel me?
For sure.
I'm a holler.
All right. Appreciate the
All right, peace. Later. All right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this? You. All right. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, what's up, Locario, man? This is Nez from London.
What up? What's going on, bro?
I'm bullshit. Now, this is Cal Pollard, man. What's going on, man?
I thought it was him. This nigga said.
No, bullshit, man.
You sound like him
Hey,
too. I was like, oh shit, what's going on?
no, man. No, y'all called to complain about these hoes. But no. Hey, man, I'm a huge fan. And a lot of stuff that I've been getting from your channel, and listening to you and watching your videos and shit, man. Is, you know, I've called in a few times before, but I've always I always kind of knew half of this stuff, but you put me on game, and now one of the things now that now that I know all this shit and I carry myself a whole lot better and a whole lot different. I really don't tolerate a lot of shit, and now instead of me having 10 or 12 chicks that I'm talking to and rotating, and I rotate 3 or 4 at a time. Now I'm eliminating those other 8 chicks and not even giving them the time of day. And sometimes I feel like, yo, should I put up with a little bit of this shit so I can smash at a later time, or should I just like fuck it and just keep the chicks that are 100% cooperative? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times. When you know this shit and you carry yourself a certain way, chicks are so used to dudes that simp and do shit that they want them to do, and a lot of times too, a lot of chicks gauge how much a dude likes them based on how much shit they put up with, and then they'll finally give you some pussy after a while. But me, I'm just like, yo, I don't have time for that shit. Like I see low signs of interest, or if I see them not being cooperative enough to my level or to my expectations, I just be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So, I know you probably go through the same thing. It's like, man, this chick is really bad. And she's not being fully cooperative, but she's giving me like 60%. I know I can raise it, but I don't really have time for it. So how do you balance that? Like, do you struggle with balancing that yourself sometimes? Or like, how do you handle it?
Yeah, usually I just kind of like, I kind of brush them off to the side, man. Because like, look, even that happened yesterday. I was out at the spot, and there was this bad chick I was talking to, but she was just giving me a hard time. So I was like, but at the same time, she was flirting. You know what I'm saying? Heavy.
Right.
But she was still not being fully cooperative. And I like the full cooperation because, like you said, I don't got time to be going back and forth with you like that. You know what I'm saying? And then so, but then also as I was looking back on it, I was like, my thing is I only like to really deal with women where it's extremely easy. Like a lot of dudes like to play a lot of games and do a lot of this other shit. Now, once in a blue moon, depending on the situation, I might do a little bit extra. Like, let's say if I'm just at like an event or something and I'm already going to be chilling there. I'm chilling there with one of my boys, whatever, and we going to be here for a while. I might entertain it a little bit because I'm just there. You feel what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm not really like going in and like trying to holler at her the next day and see what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do too much. So I'm always looking at, exactly. My dude, Elroy Jetson in the chat, he said high interest or nothing. That's how I'm looking at it. You see what I mean?
Right.
Because the thing is, see, once or experience a number of different situations where a chick is showing high interest, it's like, it's hard to go back to the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
It's hard.
Hell yeah. And I totally feel that. Like, I'll give you an example of a situation. Like, I called it before. I don't know. You get a million calls, and I watch your shit all the time. But, I'm a tall guy, dressed extremely well, man. And, when I go out to places, I know all the promoters and shit. And I go out, people, females, a lot of dudes don't understand. Like, dudes, when you go in certain spots, females be fucking watching. You know what I'm saying? And with me, I stand there like a sore thumb because I'm a big dude. I'm a tall motherfucker, and I dress a little flashy sometimes and shit like that.
Right.
So I remember this chick. I was with my homeboy, and me and my boy were just sitting at the bar, minding our own business, having a good time. When chicks come up to the bar, we'll say hi, bye to them. This one real badass chick, older chick, walked up to me, and she was like, "Hey, is anybody standing here?" I'm like, "Standing in between me and my homeboy. Like, you came over here on purpose."
Right.
My homeboy don't recognize what's going on. So I'm talking to her, and I remember, how you always say, like, just get straight to the point and just be like, hey, like, get to the sexual attention shit. So, it was the theme of the party. It was like sundresses and suit ties or something, shit like this. She had a sundress on. I was like, hey, so what made you wear this sundress today? Like, what made you pick this one out? She talking to me or whatever. And I was like, so how long did it take you to get dressed for this shit? Because you look pretty fucking good. And she was like, oh, it took me a few minutes. I was like, well, how long is it gonna take you to take that shit off?
Right.
Right. And
That's good.
She was all good talking to me about it, talking to me and having small talk until I said that. Her whole interest just like went out the window. So I'm like, well, maybe if I would have just been cool and just played a little bit cool and just asked her for a number, I could have escalated later. But I'm just like, well, shit. Well, later on, she probably could have did the same thing when we went out on a date, and it would have been some bullshit.
Right. That's what it would have been. That's what it would have been. See, that's the thing dudes don't understand. It's like, because a lot of guys, they think, because like dudes think if they're flirting or they're direct or they're just extremely just letting them know what it is, that if the girl responds that way, that means like, oh, if I wouldn't have did it that way, or if I would have waited for a while, that would have been different. No, it wouldn't have been different. The thing is, if the girl, I always say, if the girl's interested, what happens is she wants it to go to the next level. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
She doesn't want to back away and not let anything happen. The most the girl will do is just off a reflex pretend for a second that she's like backing away, but she'll come back to it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference, because it's almost like her social conditioning tells her she can't necessarily respond to a direct sexual request or statement. So then she's gonna have to play like, oh, what are you talking about? That's crazy or whatever. She's gonna have to play that. But if she's still talking to you, if she's still sticking around, that means she's interested. You feel what I'm saying? But if she's like walking away, or if she's like totally turned off, and then that's she wasn't gonna be fucking with you regardless anyway. Because if a girl's interested, if a girl is interested, she's not going to reject the guy showing interest. You understand what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
I get you. And then, and the funny thing about it is, like, when I said that to her, she had a couple of friends. One of her friends talked to my homeboy, and another one of her friends was talking to this other dude on the wall. And she was looking over her shoulder to kind of see their reaction. So,
right, and that's another thing. It's because her friends were there too. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That right there within itself could have been a thing too, because if you was all the way on the other side somewhere where it was just you and her by yourself, nobody could hear you, it would have probably been a totally different response. But she has to act like she's not a slut in front of her friends. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Then I backdoored and asked her for a number. She was like, "Oh, well, you know what? I don't think that's good." I was like, "Okay, well, you know what? I appreciate you talking to me. I'm glad. Thanks for not wasting any more of my time, man. I'll see you around."
Right.
And she was just, "Okay."
Right.
But what's funny is that same day, I think it was Labor Day, I went to another party. And, another thing, too, like, a lot of dudes that are your callers and shit, they probably think a lot of the shit you talk about is like, oh, that shit don't happen. So I went to another party. I left that party and went to another party. And I'm doing the same thing. I know all the promoters at this other party. A bunch of people know me. And I'm just standing there, and this chick, I see her gravitating her way over towards me, because she's tall and motherfucker. So she comes over to me, and she starts rubbing on my chest. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
And just randomly, out of the blue. And I'm talking to her, and, I asked her name and shit. I was like, I said, you came over here for a reason. And she was like, yeah. I was like, you ready to go? She was like, yeah, come on, let's go. I was like, oh, shit. But the only, I didn't do anything with her. I didn't take her anywhere because she wasn't really my type.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, this shit actually really fucking happens all the time. So, and I have one more question too, Locario. One thing I kind of struggle with. I ain't gonna keep you all day. But one thing I kind of struggle with sometimes is, naturally in our heads, I know you say all the time, like, real bad chicks dudes are scared to approach them when they wait on choosing signals. Like, I go and shoot at the chick that's hot, and I get a number and shit, but like sometimes that deters me from trying it again. And if you get it to a certain point, I get the number, then I don't talk to them. I get the number, then I don't talk to them. I get that number, and I never end up hanging out with them, with the bad chick. Sometimes I get a little approach anxiety and shit. Because the main thing too is not because I'm really just afraid to talk to them because they're bad. It's just like, I freeze up and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna say? Sometimes I use our surroundings, and you know, some chicks they used to niggas shooting at them all the time, and they're already naturally combative. Unless you say something that really catches their eye, other than hey, you know, what's up, how you doing? I ain't never seen you in here or something before. You know, it's just kind of like, oh, you just another motherfucker. So, what do you think? Do I need to come up with some better situations or be a little bit more forward? Or what do you think? Just keep shooting until I make a shot or what?
No, well, the thing is really, see, a lot of it really is just like, it's basically how you're coming at the interaction, because the fact that you're saying, well, I feel kind of nervous because it's, you know, like she's bad or whatever, that's that you're creating that feeling within you, which makes you turn into all those other guys when you talk to her. You see what I'm saying? So it's not about, that's what I'm saying. Like the hot chicks need dick too. You feel what I'm saying? The hot chicks have, you know, they want to have sex, they want to have fun, they want to do what they want to do. But it's about because they do run into a lot of guys who, when they muster up the courage to talk to them, they still nervous and they still scared and they still are, you know, they want it to go well because they're like, oh, she's bad, she's hot. And so if you're it's like you're doing the same exact thing as the other guy. So then you sort of blend in with them. Versus if you're interacting with her and you're just chill, like you would be chill with another random chick that's not as hot, then she'll feel that energy, like, okay, this guy, because understand, and this is what I say to most guys, if you meet a woman who's 25 years old, she's been getting hollered at since she was 18. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's years of her talking to and interacting with a bunch of different guys. These women can tell the difference between a guy who knows how to talk to women, who's comfortable talking to women, and a guy who's not. They can tell. So what happens is that when you start acting all nervous and weird around them, it's like they'll put you in that category of the guys who, you know what I'm saying, who act that way. Therefore, they have automated responses for that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like how guys may have like either like a pickup line or like certain things they may say to a chick. Women have the same thing. They have rejection lines. You feel what I'm saying? Like they already have shit in the thing for, oh, you know, this guy, he's coming at me this way, or this guy's saying this, so let me, you know, he seems like this, so I'm gonna just say this to him and call it a day. You feel what I'm saying? Versus when you're coming at them with a different energy, it's like, okay, cool. This is like, you know what I'm saying? So what happens is that when you approach a girl, and let's say she's receptive to you, you're not really that nervous anymore. You're not really thinking about no lines. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's the same thing that happens with women. When you're approaching them and they're receptive, they're not thinking about, oh, how do I get this guy to like leave me alone? Because they're engaged in the situation. But they're engaged in the situation because you're approaching the situation as a guy who's comfortable and confident in himself. You feel what I'm saying? While he's talking to her. Because sometimes what happens is...
It's kind of like a mental block that you have.
Right.
My homeboys always strip out on me because, like I like real thick ass bitches. Like I like a fat ass and all that shit.
Oh yeah,
like,
me too.
when I talk to a little skinny itty bitty bitch, like I talk to them like they ain't shit because I'm not really interested. And those are the motherfuckers that be trying to get. I'm real easy. I get their numbers real easy and shit. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy like, man, why you want to talk to a little skinny? I'm like, man, you know, in my mind, like I don't want a little itty bitty 12-year-old bitch. Like I want a big thick ass motherfucker.
Right,
so in my mind, when I go talk to the thick chicks, it's just kind of like, oh, all right, well, I know I just said this to this other chick, but it might not work with this big thick motherfucker.
Right.
And then when I say something to the little small one, I don't see myself having that mental block or being scared to say certain things to them. So it's kind of like one of those things I think you just gotta keep going until it gets to that point, right?
Yeah, and you gotta get out. You gotta get out of your own head, bro, with all of that. Because when you get out, when you're so much in your head, it's just like, you know, it sort of messes up how you interact with them. And also too, sometimes what happens is that, and this is a key thing. Shout out to my dude EO in the chat. What's up, bro? So this is a key thing, and this is something very important that you guys gotta listen to. What happens is when you talk to a woman that you're really, really feeling, right? There's a different type of energy that's there than versus when you're talking to just some random chick you just like talking to and trying to holler at because she there, right? Now, like when you see those thick girls that you like, because I'm the same way I like thick joints, you know what I'm saying? So when I see a joint that I'm like, God damn, you know, and you get that feeling like, yo, this chick is bad as fuck. You're like, God, fucking damn, right? So what happens is that the nervous and needy energy is there, but also what's there is excitement, that exciting energy. So you want to go with the exciting energy and leave the neediness and the nervousness alone. Like ignore that shit, but focus on the excitement, because what the excitement does is that you want to use that excitement to build sexual tension. So a lot of times when I see a chick that I'm like really attracted to and like she's like I'm like this chick is bad as fuck, I use that excited energy to flirt heavy and build sexual tension. So instead of me like being nervous to approach her or acting funny, it's like I'm going in hard. I'm talking to her, I'm grabbing her hand and I'm like, yo, listen, I'm like, yo, you are sexy as shit. Like, what's good with you? Like, what's going on? Like, just straight going in heavy. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now I'm using my excitement of me being that sexually attracted to her, right? To be able to have the interaction be about my energy is being very aggressive and you know, assertive versus being sort of like timid and scared that I'm gonna lose the situation. You see what I mean? So it's like you're using that excitement when you're hollering at her, like you're using that energy, that sexual energy. Like even, you know, yesterday when I was talking to that chick, one of the chicks or whatever that was, you know, that I thought was bad or whatever, like I was just saying a lot more shit that was going towards me being excited and being and talking about sex. You feel what I'm saying? And talking about being sexually interested in her. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, even when you was talking to that girl and you was like, yo, you know, like how long is it gonna take for you to take them clothes off? You know what I mean? Like that type of energy needs to be there with those chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be the thing that's gonna attract them more to you, because they're gonna be more attracted to a guy that's excited and being assertive and masculine versus a guy who's sort of timid and like, you know, sort of like nervous around her. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're so like damn, she's bad. You see what I mean? So just use more of that excitement in your interaction versus the that sort of like fear. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And real quick, I know you gotta go, but do you think sometimes with me being my size and shit too, do you think that, you know, sometimes it's a mix between them being intimidated a little bit too, and kind of like surprised that I approach them?
Well, yeah, some of them can be, some of them might be. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be intimidated. You know what I mean? But this is the thing you got to also understand too, and this is why it's important to be aware of what of how women view you. So let's say, for example, you notice a lot of women are intimidated by your height or your size or like just you in general for whatever reason. Like you've sort of like noticed this shit, right? So you want to use that to your advantage. And so what you would say is, let's say you're talking to the girl, you flirting with her and be like, listen, you know, like I know you're not intimidated. I was thinking you would say, you could say, look, I know you're intimidated by such a tall, sexy guy like me, but don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make this work. You know what I mean? Like, but you're saying it in a playful way. You feel what I mean? So you're using what she may feel intimidated by to bring light to it, so that you're letting it go. So I do the same thing with women. So like when I talk to women and I you know, I let them know like, yeah, I got a girlfriend, I got a wife, whatever, and all this other shit. So I know that there's women who are intimidated by that or feel a certain type of way, and I say, listen, you know, listen, I know it's been a while since you hollered at it or talked to a dude as fly as me. You feel what I'm saying? That got a lot of shit going on, but you know, we gonna make this shit pop off, you know, because I want to, you know, make something happen with you. And so I know that they have that thought in the back of their head, and so I sort of address that thought, and then I you know, I make the move after that. They also do this. This is like a sales, actually a sales technique. What they do in sales is that if you go on a person's site and they're selling your product, what they do is that they know what your question may be. You feel what I mean? So like, let's say you're trying to buy something and it costs like $200-$300 or something, right? And then
Right.
they know that most people are going to be like, damn, this shit is kind of expensive. So in the sales page or the sales letter, they'll say, listen, I know that you may be worried about price, but this, and that. And so they calm your nerves down about the price to get you to buy. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the same thing with women. You got to be able to know how they view you so that you're able to use that in the situation to calm their mind down to actually make things happen, when you're dealing with her. This is why you have to be aware of the situation.
That's hard game, dog.
You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
That shit, dog.
Yeah, man. All right.
All right. Well, thank you, man. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, man. And I'm gonna keep watching, man. And I'm waiting on that game King, so I'm definitely gonna get that, dog.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, the Game King's coming out next. It's gonna be out next year, so you got some time. You feel me? So we working on it.
All right, man.
All right,
man.
man. All right, mahalo.
All right.
All right, peace. Later. All right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
What's up with you, brothers? This James, man.
All right, what's going on, bro?
Hey, look, on that dude that just got off, look, I think he making a mistake, Locario. The women that's feeling him, he say he have no problem with the thinner chicks, the smaller chicks. That's his type. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like...
You said that's his type?
Yeah, it's his type, because I heard him, he said the thick junks don't feel him. Well, he need to change his type, man, because them the one that's going to fuck with him the right way. And this what I'm saying. He can put some experience under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with the small joints, saucing it up with them. Eventually, he gonna catch him a thick one. Because see, to me, he sound like he a little bit too. To me, he ain't ready for the. He thinking too sexually when he looking at them like that, and that's just throwing him all off his game. Because just off of what he said, the woman at the party who came up and played with his chest. He dismissed her. Well, see, why don't he just look at that from his... Now, just imagine if he was the woman. That's how they looking at him. You know what I'm saying? She was ready to go, but she wasn't my type. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm just saying, out here out in this shit, you got to also learn. You got it's a lesson to learn. You don't want to be I'm trying to get at this thick bitch. She don't want to give me no attention. Well, you ain't learning nothing from your failures, man. You got to learn, and then you got to grow from them. And if you got another woman, she ain't 100% what you want, but she choosing. Fuck with her.
Right. No, I think he was fucking with I think what happened with him was probably that he's been fucking with a lot of those chicks who aren't his type though. So he's trying to transition to more of the ones who are his type. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that with his issue is that he was putting too much emphasis on those women, which caused him to be too nervous and sort of like needy around those women, which caused him to not get them. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean?
Oh, I got you, bro. But I'm just saying. Because they're novice, they're learning. They might, you don't have to go straight to. I know, Locario, I listen to all your stuff. You don't have to go straight to the sexual thing. I'm saying if to me, because the comedy made about the girl in the sundress, to me, that's a little bit quick. That's more of an advanced game. Because I'm saying you don't want to overplay yourself, and then the bitch don't fuck with you at all. Because she gonna look at you as you just. He trying to fuck me right here at the party. If you ain't ready for that, that's a way to do that. If you can communicate it, the energy without communicating the act. You know what I'm saying? Whereas she sees it as a compliment more or less, or he's witty. He's witty, but that ain't really what he about. But I mean, that's why you got your show, and that's why they call. I just overheard it, but. Look, because I heard the guy before him, all of these women, look, he said that he wants the woman to call it in. He don't want to date no more. He want to call it in. Look, they got to put the fire out, man. You want them to be trying to calm you down.
Right.
Yeah, you out here bagging them, and that's going to make them want to call it in. But I was just saying, he was saying, he want to, no Ruth Chris, he want to just do his work and stuff. It ain't going to work that way, man.
And if it was that easy, you know, it wouldn't be no problem.
Right,
But
right.
it's simply not that easy, man. And I'm just saying, off of some stuff, I had got one of your videos, and off of that helped me with a situation I was going through with a chick, because she was real flaky and shit like that. I put your methods to it, and everything came out, you know, Gucci for me. And I just wanted to call you to thank you for doing that for me.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that, man. Bro. That's real talk, man. Appreciate that, man. All right. Let me see who else we got on here. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this? You, what's going on, bro? I just be calling up to. Yo, what's good? Who this?
It's Ronnie.
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. What's going on, Locario?
Chilling. What's good with you?
I got two questions, man. My first question is, like some, I know some people got like different ways of approaching women and all that, but I've been going out lately and I've been doing it, and the way I've been doing it, I want to know is I'm doing it right. Yeah, cause sometimes I go out, cause I remember I was on a train one day, and this fine Hispanic girl got on the train. So we had got eye contact. I smiled at her first, and she smiled back at me, and then that's when we started getting into. That's when I started approaching her and try to strike up a conversation. But can you do it that way too, right?
So you're saying a chick, she smiled at you and then you smiled back, and then you started hollering at her?
No, I smiled first, then she smiled back.
Yeah, that's cool too. You can do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you smile at her and she smile at you, then hell yeah, go in and talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I kind of figured. Because, but my second question is, like, you know, because you had a bad boy membership the other time, and I forgot what it was called, but I think it had something to do with. It was not the last one you just put out. I'm talking about the one last month. About like how you can get a girl to invest in you. But my question is, how can you get her to invest in you?
So you're saying, how do you get a woman to invest in you?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, you got to get her to do stuff for you. You know what I'm saying? You got to get her to do some tasks for you. You got to get her to, spend time on you. You feel what I'm saying? So there's ways where, for example, if let's say you talking to a girl and she come into your crib, right? Tell her to stop by the store and pick up some groceries and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So she's invested time picking up groceries for you. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say you are talking to a girl and she says she has to go to work at 6 a.m, but you tell her, hey, I want you to meet me at this bar at like 11 at night. You feel what I'm saying? So she's investing time to meet you, even though she got to wake up early. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she's sacrificing some sleep to be with you. So anytime when she has to do something for the benefit of you, you feel what I'm saying? That's her investing in you, and which creates more of a bond and a connection and an attachment because she's doing more things for you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, but what about money though? What's the best way to ask for money if you need it?
So if you're saying
when you come to investing.
So you're saying, how do you get like money out of a chick?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say what I would tell you to do, because go to my dude Eddie Fuse. He has a dope program called How to Get a Woman to Pay You for Your Time. So check out his program. You know what I'm saying? Because he has a lot of good game just on that subject specifically. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check out his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I always thought like when you get a girl to invest other things in you, like bring something to the table, then when you get her to do those simple things like going to the grocery store for you, like you said, and then once she do that, then that's when I make it like, that's when I like go in for the gusto by asking her for money. Yeah.
Well, yeah, any way you could get her to invest, let her invest. You know what I'm saying? Because that just creates the stronger sort of like bond in the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All right. All right, man.
All
Appreciate
right.
the call, my brother. All right.
All right.
Peace. Later.
Later.
All right. All right. What's going on? Who's this? You.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. What's going on? Oh, what's that? I'm behind.
You got to turn down your computer or something like that. What's
All
good?
right, wait. Me now?
You.
Can you hear?
I can hear
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, I was just wanting to say, man, it's another little game that, I done discovered and shit like that. Like, I live in Atlanta. And, there's a lot of gay folk and lesbian motherfuckers here and shit like that. And, yeah, it's like, dyke chicks be wanting to fuck me and shit like that. And, I just wanted to know your whole thoughts on that. Like sometimes, like, they be fine and shit like that. So sometimes I may fuck them, but it's just like these dyke chicks ain't really gay. I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
So you say you be having lesbian. I mean, well, so you say you having a lot of lesbian chicks trying to get at you.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, in Atlanta, it's different. Like, all these other places, like, I've been to other places. Like, in Atlanta, it's kind of different. Like,
right.
It's like, especially like, okay, like, I don't have problems with getting women like that, but sometimes I paid for, like, pussy, but it's not really paid for pussy, it's just paid for, like, the moment. Like, sometimes I might be in a club, or out, and the bitch is fine, too. But sometimes I may not even want to deal with the bitch or nothing like that. So I just pay for it and just fuck it, and then I just go on about my business. But like other times, like when I'm doing like on some regular shit, I might just fuck a bitch. I might go out on a date or something like that. Maybe first or second date, I'm smashing this shit. But I'm just saying, like, it's a whole nother level. Like I pay, like, on some women I pay for pussy, but then as they start getting to know me and shit, they start giving me money and shit. It's crazy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't know how other people living in other states, but in Atlanta it's kind of different. You see what I'm saying?
So what's your issue though? Like, what's your issue with all this?
so my issue with all this is just like certain things you said, like, and I listen to you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But certain things you said, like, if you pay for pussy, women won't respect you. And I don't know. I mean, that's true to a certain extent, but I don't know. It's just like, so if you pay for pussy and you say women won't respect you, and I've heard other dating coaches say that, but why do they just why eventually after they get to know you, they're willing to give you money and shit like that?
And so how are these women giving you money? Like, what's the situations where they're giving you money?
Like, okay, the first time this ever happened to me, shit, I paid for this bitch. She fine as fuck. Like, if I pay for some shit, the bitch gonna be fine. But I paid for it, and then after that, she said, "Oh, you real cool." She said she was asking all this, like, "Why you paying for it? Why you paying for it? Like, what's going on?" Like, and she trying to figure out, like, why am I doing this and shit like that. I'm really just giving her the cold shoulder and shit. Like, I really ain't trying to really talk.
And so wait, where did you meet this? So where did you meet this chick? You just met a random chick somewhere, and then you said, "Hey, I want to pay you to fuck," and she was like, "Cool," and then you gave her money. Like, how did that occur?
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like it was through one of my partners and shit like that. So she was she was a cool chick and shit like that, and she was just like, "Shit, you want to fuck? Then just break me off something." I said, "Shit." I broke the bitch off, and that was that. But then after I broke the bitch off, then certain things happened after that. Like, she started like hanging around, like she started putting me on to like other bitches and shit like that. And then after she saw like it was easy for me to get women and shit like that, then this the first time this shit happened to me. She saw it was easy. Then she ended up trying to just fuck me. I didn't have to pay for the pussy to fuck the bitch no more. She just started just letting me fuck. And then she also started just to give me money for shit. Like go get you an outfit. All this type of shit. You see what I'm saying? It's I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Stuff don't like add up
feel like.
So then why? So then why pay? Why'd you pay in the first place though?
Because it's just in the moment. Like, shit, I don't really want to even really waste my time, my energy on the bitch.
See, they saying in the chat room that you lying.
Oh, okay.
Because this is what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if you dealing with a chick and you paying her to smash, right? And then all of a sudden, are y'all like friends now? Like how are you continuously like what's going on with the situation where she just keep calling you up and y'all just keep smashing for free when she knows that you can pay her again? Like how does that work?
Okay, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This okay. I pay a bitch, right? Is it like I don't do this a lot, but I might pay a bitch. Then that's it. She might say, "Oh, you a cool nigga," some shit like that, and then I end up probably like hitting up again, and then we just hang out or some shit. I just say, "Shit, let's go here, let's go there," and she's just a bitch that's just with me. But I'm really not even paying for nothing. She just with me because she figured out I'm really a cool nigga and shit like that. And I do got my shit together to a certain extent. So, there's money around and shit like that. So she like, oh, he cool or whatever and shit like that. And then like after a while, that's what I'm saying, as time progresses, she might see me with some other chicks, and I go up to them and just talk to them, and she see me pull the other chicks. You see what I'm saying? And
so basically you're saying you paid a chick, so you paid a hoe, and then you started dating the hoe, and then she starts to like you, and then she gives you money. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
My question to you is my question to you is this: if you see that a chick likes you without you paying, if this is in fact the case, why you keep paying in the first place?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's under those circumstances, when you first meet her, you pay for it. You see,
but that's what I'm saying. Why? But that's what I'm trying to say. If you first met her, right, and you feel you need to pay, why do you feel you need to pay the next chick when you know you could get chicks that like you? You understand what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's like, why do you, like, that's what I'm saying, like, why are you paying in the first place if you know that you can get chicks to want to fuck with you without you paying?
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I can't hear you right now.
So what I'm saying is, if I was giving out free water, would you pay me $1 for free water?
Hell, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, when I first meet these chicks, the ones that I have to pay, the ones that I pay for, when I first meet these chicks, it's really like I'm just seeing them. I really just see their body. I really want to fuck them, and that's it. It's not about, oh, you go up there and talk to them. See, that's what I'm saying. In Atlanta, it's kind of different because bitches are really all about their paper. You see what I'm saying? So you coming.
So wait, if they're all about their paper, why is she hanging out with you for free? That's what this is what I'm saying. Like, it don't, like, this is like, let's say you was a drug dealer and you was giving me some drugs and I paid you for some drugs, and then you're like, oh, this, Locario's a cool dude, and then you just hanging out with me and then you giving me drugs for free. Like, that don't make no sense.
Well, I understand exactly where you're coming from, but that's what I'm saying. Initially, like, if I came with a certain type of energy, like I come to with the other chick, if I just came out with that same type of energy, then maybe she would, like, maybe she wouldn't. But that's how it starts. That's how that relationship. I'm just giving a different point of view, a different perspective about this, like, stuff like this.
Because I feel like there's something. If this is happening, there's something you're missing that you're not telling me, because it's like, if a person's making money off of you, right, it doesn't make sense for them to then give you something they were making money off of you for free for like forever now. It's like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make sense. Like, if a chick is a hoe and she's getting paid to fuck, why would she fuck the customer for free? That doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying?
Tell you.
So that's what I'm asking. I'm like, what? So after you paid her the first time to fuck, what happened? Did you call her and say, "Hey, let's hang out"? Like, what happened?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay, you said you called her and said, "Let's hang out." And what did she say?
She said, "Cool."
And then what did y'all do? Like, what did you say we gonna do? What was the conversation?
We had went to the strip club. We both went to the strip club together, right?
Mm.
And when we went to the strip club, shit, I was pretty much macking on the bitch, and pretty much she was just there like a chick. You know, if you bring a chick to the club and she's just there and she just cool and she smoking on hookah doing her own little thing, and I'm just talking to the other bitches in the club.
And were you giving money to the strippers and all that other shit?
Hell no.
And so did you have to pay to get into the strip club?
Yeah, I did.
And did you pay for this girl's drinks at the strip club?
No.
And so this chick, y'all was just chilling there.
I paid for my hookah. Like I bought a hookah, and she was just I shared my hookah with her.
Okay, so basically, what you're saying is you started dating a chick who you first had to pay for, and now she started to like you, and then you didn't have to pay for it. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like the reason I'm just saying, like, a chick may not even respect you because she don't respect like men in general. She just one that type of chick that just don't give a fuck. But until you show your value, that's when she able to just be like, oh, he really is this type of nigga. He really is.
And that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, why can't you do that from the beginning? That's all I'm saying. Because you're saying you're basically saying like you have to pay to get entry in. That's what you're saying. You know what I mean?
And that's what I'm that's pretty probably the question that I'm needed to ask.
Right.
Like, yeah, sometimes with certain chicks, like, okay, you might say if a chick ain't trying to fuck with you, just charge.
Right.
But sometimes a chick, it kind of goes deeper than that because the chick could really like the thing, certain things about you, but that can't be displayed. It's kind of like if you an ugly dude, but you're real charismatic and you have all these other things going for you. A chick just might reject you just off the strip because, you know, she doesn't like you on a physical level. But if she actually sat there and was to keep talking to you, she would realize the value in you. You see?
I agree. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, why not do that though? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. I do that with other chicks, but sometimes I just be in my own zone and I just don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying?
I'm just saying that I feel like if you know that you have the skill and the know-how to be attractive to women, then you're wasting your money. You know what I'm saying?
You right. I can agree with you on that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Because if you tell me the story, I'm like, that don't make sense. If at this point shit is popping off, then you could have just had that happen from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And then and then probably had her, if she is giving you money. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it don't make sense to me if a woman is the type of woman who is who's getting money from a trick, and then say to the trick, "Oh yeah, let's just hang out, and you don't gotta pay me nothing, and I'm gonna fuck you again, and you ain't gotta pay me nothing, and on top of that, I'm gonna give you money now because I'm falling in love with you." Like it just seems.
But that's a progression. It's not. It just
like how long you been fucking with this chick?
Like
how long you been fucking with this chick?
This chick, I was fucking with her. I don't even fuck with her no more. I was fucking with her probably like maybe about 5-6 months ago.
Oh my goodness. This nigga having a whole. That's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? That, like the whole story just seems weird to me. I don't know. Like it's just weird. You gotta next time when you call in, tell that chick to call in with you. I want to ask her some questions. You know what I'm saying? That just sounds weird as hell. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. But that's what I'm saying. I believe in certain states it's a little different. And that's all. But,
right.
Yeah, I appreciate you for, setting my call and all that shit, man.
All right, man. I'm holla. Peace. Later.
All right.
That's funny. That is funny. I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a second. So the chick is a hoe, and she's like, I'm dropping my whole shit and just chilling with this nigga. Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, Mr. Locario, this is Ross, Southern California.
What's going on, bro?
Hey, so, yeah, I was just thinking, you know how, you say that, like, that, I said in one video, like, you said that, like, it's, like, as, men, you know, they get older, like, their sexual market, I guess, increases. I think, but, like, with women, it becomes the opposite. They get older.
Right.
But, so if that's what I'm seeing, does that mean that, like, dating older women is easier than younger women?
Well, you're saying that would it be easier to date older women because their sexual market value decreases? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't really subscribe to the whole sexual market value shit. I think it's a bunch of bullshit, first of all. But the thing is, because let me tell you something. I've dated women who are, because like they'll say like a woman's sexual market value decreases as she gets like in her late 30s, early 40s. You know what I'm saying? You know, late 40s. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I've dated women who are in their 40s. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's women that I talk to now who are in their 40s, and these motherfuckers rack up hundreds of dudes. You understand what I'm saying? Hundreds of dudes. I was just talking to a guy yesterday who told me his mom, who's 70 years old, has like a 35 or 40-year-old boyfriend. You feel what I'm saying? So it ain't. So this is what I'm saying. Like it's not going to be easier for you. That's the answer to it. It's not going to be easier for you because women's sexual quote unquote market value it doesn't decrease. Meaning, so this is what happened. A girl who's 22 may get more attention than a woman who's 44, but best believe the 44-year-old is still getting a lot of dick thrown at her. Do not believe it's not happening. They get a lot of dick thrown at her. You understand what I'm saying? So no matter what age chick you're trying to holler at, you still need game either way. Because a lot of dudes in the red pill and all that try to make it seem as if, oh, when a woman gets 40 or whatever, her SMV decreases. So that no, that 40-year-old woman, she could go on Tinder and get 100 matches in 20 minutes. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I've been hearing too from like that older women they get a lot of matches.
Yeah, older women can get.
You hear like all these like LMS guys, red pill guys saying like once they hit a wall, it's like they're done for.
See, that's the thing. The wall would be more so where the older women may not be in a situation where they're gonna get guys that want to like marry them and have kids with them. You understand what I'm saying? But as far as sex goes, bruh, these chicks in their 40s and 50s can still get as much dick as they want. You understand what I'm saying? They can get as much shit as they want. You know what I mean? Like, don't get it twisted. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
But it's harder for them to get a relationship as they get older?
Yeah, it's harder for them to get a relationship. But as far as sex goes, it's easy. They can get sex all day, every day when they want to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
I see.
So it's not going to be easier for you to just be like, well, she's older, so it's easier for me to smash. Nah, these older women, and a lot of these older, like, especially like, if you're going to even deal with an older woman, you still want her to be hot. So if you have one of these hot cougar MILF type of women, trust and believe they got a lot of dudes that's still trying to holler at them. You feel what I'm saying? And then there's still a small percentage of guys who will still try to even get into a relationship with them. It's not as much as they would have had when they were 22, but it's still a large percentage of dudes who will still fuck with them. So a lot of the like red pill dudes or even like the black pill or whoever, they're just trying to sort of cope with their sort of like situation. It makes them feel good to believe that when a woman gets older, that her SMV is going to decrease, or it's going to be non-existent or something, or she's going to have trouble getting a man or something to fuck with her. You understand what I'm saying?
No, but does that mean though, like with relationships, like that it's easier for a guy to like get into a relationship with an old woman than with a younger woman?
It's easier for men to get into relationships with women, period. So like they have a saying where they say women are the gatekeepers of sex, but also on the flip side, men are the gatekeepers of relationships. You feel what I'm saying? So meaning it's easier for us to get into relationships. So if you ended up dating some chick, you dating some girl and she likes you, it's easy for you to get her to be your girlfriend because she wants to be your girlfriend. Because women, they'll want that with the guy they like. You see what I'm saying? So it's easier for you to get the girlfriend. It's easy for women to get dick. You feel what I'm saying? It's easy for us to get a relationship. But the funny part is that more women will generally want the relationship because, they'll want that. And us, we generally want the pussy. We don't want the relationships like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's the ironic part about the whole situation. You see what I mean?
So, like, then why are, like, more women filing for divorce then? If it's harder for the women to have the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's different because that's a whole different story. Because the reason why you have a lot of women file for divorce is because women generally end up marrying guys they were never, sexually attracted to. That's one. Two, women think that getting married is going to make them happy, and when they realize it doesn't, that's why they want a divorce. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a few different factors as to why that happens. So women, they'll strive to get the relationship. They'll get a divorce, they'll go out and have their fun again, and then later on they want to get back into a relationship. So it's just a cycle. You see what I'm saying? So they'll be fucking and having a whole bunch of sex. Then they're like, I'm ready for a relationship. I want to be serious. I want to get, be in a serious relationship. They get into a relationship. They get bored. They get, restless in that. They get out that relationship. They start fucking again. They go back to fucking. And then once they're tired of fucking, they go back into a relationship. And then they do the whole shit over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying?
So it's easier, I guess, to get into a relation, for them to get into a relationship that they don't want to get.
Say that again?
Say it's still, I guess, easy for them to get into a relationship if they want to, but maybe not with the guy that they want to.
Exactly. Right. So women generally will want the top tier guy to be in a relationship with, but they will usually settle for, the regular dude or the beta male type of dude. You see what I'm saying? And then so this is why they'll get into that relationship, get bored, get annoyed with it, and then just call it a day with them. And then they go back to fucking these, high value alpha males, and they're like, they want the high value alpha male to be their boyfriend or husband, but those guys don't do that. So then they get tired of getting fucked and dumped by the high value alpha male. Then they get a nice simp or beta male to save them, and then they start doing that again. So it's just a cycle of getting fucked by the alpha males, then fucking, settling with the beta males, getting bored with the beta males, divorcing the beta males, dumping the beta males, then going back to getting fucked by the alpha males. It's just a fucking ridiculous cycle. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, that's all that is.
Right.
So
I remember you were saying also that, like, in another video, that saying that older women, they get jealous, right, of younger women because, like, guys, right, they want, like, the younger and hotter women.
Right.
But then you said that, older women, they shouldn't have to, like, feel threatened by that because, like, older men, they would actually want someone their age.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But then again, I thought they did actually want someone who's, younger.
Mm.
Or a lot younger than them.
Mm. Yeah, that's the thing. Again, it's two different things. You got to understand, there's levels to the game. So you're going to have let's say you got a guy who's 45 years old, right?
Yeah.
He'll see a nice young 21-year-old looking all sexy and shit. And he's like, I'll date her. I'll fucking fuck the shit out that 21-year-old all day. It'll be fun. It'll be great. Right? But then after he's done playing with her, he's like, okay, I actually want someone that I could, like, chill and talk to and have someone who's as mature as me, which is why he'll date the older woman. You feel what I'm saying? So he'll get his rocks off with the young girl, but he'll want his emotional and mostly non-sexual needs from the older woman. He'll still find the older woman sexually attractive. He'll still fuck with her, but he's more usually sexually attracted to the younger girl. But most older guys don't take younger girls seriously like that. You understand what I'm saying? So it's more so like a play toy with the younger. It's just like with older women. When an older woman gets with, like, let's say you got a 45-year-old woman and she gets with like a 22-year-old young dude, he's a play toy. She don't take him seriously. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what happens. You see what I mean?
But I thought that you also said that older guys, that they wanted the younger ones because they're more visually appealing, even to be in a relationship with, and they could they're more likely to provide kids.
Oh yeah, that happens too. That's what I'm saying. It's different levels. That happens too. It's not, but I'm saying that generally speaking, a lot of older guys probably have kids already. You feel what I'm saying? So they're not necessarily looking to have kids in most cases. Like if they never had a kid, yeah, they'll do that. You understand? But most guys who already have kids, probably already been through a divorce, they're like, yo, I want to fuck with this young, nice, cute, young chick. But after a while, if he keeps fucking with a bunch of young girls and it's fun, but he's still gonna miss the energy that comes with dealing with a woman that's his age, meaning as far as like talking to and engaging. So he might even date both of them. He might date a younger girl and might date a woman his age too, because he still is gonna want that non-sexual energy. You see what I mean? Because if he's getting his sexual needs met, his emotional needs are still not met. So he can use the older woman also for those emotional needs, which he can't use with the 21-year-old, because the 21-year-old, she's young, she might be a little immature, so he can't really relate to her on certain things, versus the woman who's his age, he can relate to her on certain things. But he's only going to want to relate, to the older woman because since he is getting the sexual needs met, right? There's still that other half of him that wants something else. See, a lot of times, even with young guys, the reason why young guys are so concerned with sex is because they're not getting their sexual needs met. If they were getting their sexual needs met, they would actually care more about like talking to a chick and interacting with a woman. You feel what I'm saying? This is also the reason why women like to do non-sexual activities. Why? Because a woman can always get her sexual needs met. You see what I'm saying? A person, man or woman, who gets their sexual needs met is always more willing and able to want other things besides sex. You see what I'm saying?
I see. Oh, so it depends on where he is in his life,
right?
What needs he fulfilled, and whether he has kids or not.
Exactly. Like it's all those factors. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of different levels to it. So there's a lot of different things that'll cause certain things to go one way or the other. You see what I'm saying?
So you could say that in some ways it is true that men want relationships with younger women, but they also want relationships in some ways with older women. Yeah, depending on where they're at.
Right, it's both. Yeah, it's both. It all depends on the guy and depends on what he needs and what he wants. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what it is. And even for women, a lot of women who are older, there's older women who don't want to get married at all because they've been through the marriage. They're just like, look, I'm just having fun, having sex and enjoying myself. Because you have women who are, let's say, in her late 40s. She got 2 kids already. She was married for 20 years, you understand? And she got divorced from her husband. She ain't trying to get married again at anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? So she's just out here doing her thing. And she's able to still attract. Like, look, the other day, I was out with this woman, 48 years old. This woman I met at this event, beautiful woman. You feel what I'm saying? 48 years old, 2 kids, divorced, and she used to be a model and shit. And she still has like dudes trying to fall all over her. So it's like when guys say, "Oh, this woman's sexual market value," no, she still is, attractive to a lot of dudes, and a lot of dudes would still get with that woman. You feel what I'm saying? So these older women are never at a shortage of having men to give them attention. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, just a lot of like misinformation, just being taught. Yeah, a lot of like frustrated, guys out there.
Right, real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. But yo, man, I appreciate the call, man. I gotta head up out of here in a minute, man. I appreciate it, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Locario.
All right, peace. Later. All
All
right. All right, people, it is about that time. I'm gonna have to head up out of here. Oh, shout out my dude K Zagging in the building. What's popping, bro? So listen, guys, remember, I'm only gonna be doing the live streams on YouTube on Fridays now. Okay? On Fridays. So, if you want to watch the other live streams that I do during the week, make sure you join the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Mr. Locario. Patreon.com/Mr. Locario. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you check that out. Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Badboymembership.com to join the Bad Boy membership. Feel what I'm saying? Let me shout out to everybody in the room. Shout out to Gillian, my dude K-Zaggin20 in the building, Javante, Greg John, Daniel, Johannes, Platinum Elite, Sir Mike Love, what up? Tito Smiles, Theo C, The Alpha, Young Bumpy, Tay, Smash Boy 64, Rael Sut, Chaz Velez in the building, Platinum Elite, New Money. Who else? Hitman, Big Stain in the building, Marquise M.A., what up? All Money and Jay, what up? What's going on? Elroy Jetson, was popping. Live Fabulous in the building. Kenny Evans, Heathen Deluxe, Mike Gates, GG Bro, Mac Forever. Had a lot of people, man. Make sure you guys get those likes up. You feel me? JXN141. Who else? J Holiday 3. Shout out to you. Simple Sean, Jaron Pertley, Tito Smiles, my dude EO in the building. Who else is up in here? Mike Sauda, Whiskey to Dawn, Battle Rifle, Jake from London, Phoenix Star 500. Listen, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you guys next week on YouTube. If you want to watch the other live streams, make sure you go to Patreon. And I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.